Hey guys, so today I wanted to share with you some of the books that I purchased to read during spring break, which has now turned into an extended spring break, obviously with everything going on, but I wanted to share with you the books that I'm looking forward to reading over this next week. So the first one that I purchased was The Taxidermist's Daughter, and this is by Kate Moss. I think that's how you say her name. And I actually just finished this one yesterday. Great book. Mystery, had the right amount of build. It's set during like 1918, I believe, in England, and it's set around this girl who's about in her 20s, and she is actually the daughter of a taxidermist, and he has taught her all that he knows, so she kind of toils with that, but that really doesn't have a lot to do with the mystery. They find a woman dead in their backyard, and so she's trying to connect that to her memories that she lost at about age 12. Some accident happened and nobody really tells her what really happened. She's starting to get little tidbits back, but she doesn't know. And then this man comes along who is also trying to kind of piece things together, and his dad goes missing, so they're kind of working together to figure out what this all means. How's it connected to the dead woman that they find? It's just really great writing. I've read several of her other books. Labyrinth, my favorite of hers, and a few of the others, and I will definitely keep reading more. I enjoyed this a lot. If you like mysteries that are set kind of in out of the way places, it's not very populous where she lives, and just kind of the quirkiness of being a taxidermist and all that kind of goes in with that, it is interesting to kind of see what she does in her job. But anyway, great book, and I'm glad I picked it up. Alright, the next book that I got is Karen White's Dreams of Falling, and this one sounded interesting. It sounded like it had a little bit of a mystery to it, but also some historical fiction aspects. So the premise is the main character leaves her, I think it's South Carolina town, to move off because something happens that she doesn't want to have to deal with, and she kind of vows she's never going to go back. Well, her mother ends up getting attacked or something to that extent. She's got to kind of piece together what's happened, so she has to go back and take care of her mom. And as she goes back to take care of her mom, she starts unraveling these secrets that her mom had in the past and trying to piece together what is going on now. It just sounded really cool, set in South Carolina. I love, anything set in the South, and I'm excited to read more about this. It also says it has a little bit of a love story to it as well. So I'm hoping that I get a mix of that historical fiction mystery and a little bit of a love story. So that's Dreams of Falling by Karen White. Alright, the next book that I got is The Murder at the Vicarage by Agatha Christie, and I've read a few of Agatha Christie's books, and Then There Were None is probably my favorite. I've read Murder on the Orient Express and Death on the Nile, all of which I really enjoyed, but I have not read one where Miss Marple is the detective. So I've heard a lot about the Miss Marple series, a lot of good things. I wanted to try it out, and this is just my first venture into that, so I'm sure I'll enjoy it because Agatha Christie is the queen of the murder mystery. So the next book that I am going to venture into, I'm actually going to start it this afternoon, is Birds of a Feather. This is by Jacqueline Winspear, and this is the second in the Maisie Dobbs series. I read the first book a couple of weeks ago as a recommendation from a friend. She thought I would really like it, and I did. So the premise is the main character, Maisie, has started her own investigation company in 1930s England. She was a nurse in World War I, and so you kind of get some flashbacks to that time, to what she went through during that time. It's not fully spelled out, all the stuff that happened. There was some kind of tragic stuff that happened, of course, during the war. And anyway, I liked the mystery of it. I liked the setting in 1930, so it's before World War II. I kind of gotten a little bit tired of World War II stories. That's why I really liked that this one was deeply connected more in World War I and right after the war, and everybody trying to rebuild and recover from it. So I'm looking forward to reading this one to kind of see where Maisie Dobbs heads next. I liked the first one, and I hope that, just like with any mystery series that's got several books, that it just kind of keeps getting better and better once you get to know the characters, and you get a lot of other kind of side characters come in and they get built up into the story. So this is Birds of a Feather by Jacqueline Winspear. And the last book that I'm going to talk about is A Rising Man, and this is probably one of the more recent of all the ones that I bought, and it's been on my list to read for a while. And the premise of this book, it's set in Calcutta in 1919, so we're right there before the time period that I've been really interested in a lot lately. But this is about a man who is a former Scotland Yard detective who arrives in Calcutta, and there has been a murder, and so he has to figure out, you know, who did it. He kind of gets pulled into it unwittingly. I've heard great things about this book through the book podcasts that I listen to and keep up with on Book Riot and things like that, so I'm excited about reading this. I know there is a second book, so I'm hoping to get through this one, and maybe just depending on how much time we stay out of school, I might have to order the next one and see what it's all about as well. So this is A Rising Man by Aber Mukherjee. And that's all I have for today. I just wanted to share my book haul with you, hopefully give you some ideas. If you have ordered some books that you are reading while you are social distancing, I would love to hear what those are, and if you have any good suggestions for me. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye!